It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We've got a Western Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this Oklahoma City crowd wants some love from their Thunder. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3, and it's Curry in at the point. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
On defense, Golden State. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Curry against Westbrook. Thompson outside. It's Curry with the drive. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Westbrook passes to Ibaka. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Screen by Ibaka. And that's collected by Bogut. And Thompson kicks to Curry. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Roberson, and it's sent back by Bogut. On defense, the Thunder on its way from Curry for 2, and they cash in right away. With a quick shot.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Westbrook against Curry. Pulls up on the wing, and Westbrook gets it to go.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Billy Donovan. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
Thanks, Doris. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
Roberson nailed from three-point land. Roberson's got his first 3 points of the game. Warriors trail by 3. Curry with it. Westbrook picks him up. And Roberson kicks to Durant. And he banks in the layup.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they did make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans had really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
And the basket by Curry.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
And the Western playoffs it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
And that one's good.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now here's Adams, screened by Ibaka. To the paint, and it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Durant.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Good.
He can't miss.
At least not. On those first 6 attempts, Greg, he is scorching out there, flame throwing.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Cantor checked in for Adams. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Waiters, he's checked in for Roberson. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Azili comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Curry's shot is off. Oklahoma City leading by 4. 1:16 left here in the opening quarter. Durant just inside the line. No good off the back of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Curry attacking. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. He is a scorching 86%.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Now here is Augustine. Collison in the post. He's against Azili. Iguodala outside. It's deflected. Stolen by Waiters. Spates against Augustine. Pass to Cantor. Shoots from 14. And off the front. And in it goes.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Now here's Iguodala. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. That is good.
There you go. Again, a nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And Waiters kicks to Durant. Soft touch off the glass.
What are you in?
Durant's got 10.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
A nice first quarter of play. And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room.
I think it's another level I can go to. You know, always can be better. That's how I look at things. Teammates need me more than ever now.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions, and quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple of years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in there.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And Kyle Singler, basically a 3-point marksman. He really lost minutes after the trade to the Thunder last season, a second-round pick by Detroit a few years back. He's always averaged over 20 minutes a game, but with the Thunder, he was kind of banished to the end of the bench, and his play reflected that.
Westbrook kicks to Singler. Feeds to Waiters. Screened by Ibaka. Waiters with the screen for Westbrook. Cantor with the screen on Barnes. Here's Singler. Warriors with the rebound. And talking about Kyle Singler last season, Greg, good point you made. You would have thought the trade to the Thunder would have given him more minutes. You know, Clark, they were looking for floor stretching options with Kevin Durant out.
Yeah, but so late in the season, he needed to learn all the schemes, get integrated with all the other players. Those are just a few reasons why he was rarely given the chance to make an impact.
Westbrook dishes to Ibaka. Cantor on the money from 12 feet away. And the Thunder lead by 3.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Curry passes to Thompson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Russell Westbrook.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Roberson comes in for Dion Waiters. And Westbrook, here we go, and he gets it to go. Westbrook's got 6.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Well, Greg, for Thompson, a hard-working defender. You were talking about it. Do you think Clark, his offensive style, frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient with his offense. So that does leave him more energy for the defensive end.
And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Another 3 for Golden State.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Westbrook kicks to Roberson. Dishes to Adams. Here's the screen. Passes it to Singler. To the paint. And Adams with the slam.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean talk that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin. There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
Yeah, no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the most elusive ball handlers in the NBA.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Durant's checked in. And then for Golden State, Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Barnes. Outside Curry. Pass.
Stephen Curry for 3. Momsen ball. Clay Thompson. Red goes to Clay Thompson.
The buzzer beater!
And that is simply a dagger on the way to the locker room. That three-pointer feels like a six-pointer coming when it did right at the end of the half.
The clock runs out and we're heading to halftime. Warriors lead by 10. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's...
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, what's been the key to what's working well out there for you guys right now?
Defensive end, we rebound the ball, keeping them off the glass, and being able to execute on the offensive end.
Steph, thank you so much. Plenty of ingredients to a solid effort.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 40 points and 1 assist. Coming in off a tough game last time out for him, he's clearly turned the page and is bouncing back tonight in a big way. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Some great work from them with the three ball. They came in with the idea that they can attack this D from long range. They were rotating the ball on the perimeter and letting it fly. And they got a good look. It's a strategy that paid off with a barrage of threes. That's my barrage sound, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, they're facing a very hot team in the first.
And now, folks.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. 40 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him.
And Clark, you can tell they're good right now when the ball leaves his hand. He has racked up a ton of points.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the 5. Warriors leading by 11. Warriors took apart the West last season. They went 42-10 against the rest of the conference. The games between them and second place in the West were the same as the games between second place and 8th in the West.
And the Warriors didn't just pick on the little guys. I mean, they had big wins over the top teams in the
Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man. Oh, man, was that
fun. No doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times, a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. But they recover it. He kicks it to Green. Back to Bogut. Fires the three. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Bogut. 49 points for Steph Curry.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
The number 1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan as he addressed his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Kevin Durant. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
Oh, what a sweet stroke from Curry on that one. You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was 3rd in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Curry dishes to Azili. From deep three-point range, Curry's shot is off.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision, and whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates.
Curry with it. Westbrook picks him up. Curry kicks to Barbosa. Lets it go from deep, and Steph Curry gets the three. Curry's got 54 points.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up.